Irony in Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad, Marks 10-12. Answer: Conrad's Heart of Darkness is a very contemplative, symbolic piece of literature. The novel is marked by apt use of irony, catering to the hidden meaning in the story. Every character and every situation in the novel bears ample irony in the truest sense of the word. The most prominent irony is the conversion of Kurtz in the Congo. A top intelligence agent of the company, Kurtz once wrote a pamphlet stating the formative role that the whites could play in the interior of Africa. According to Kurtz, the whites can suppress the savagery of the natives and change their primitive way of living so as to bring light of civilization to them. But we see towards the end of the novel, "Exterminate all the brutes," written at the end of the pamphlet. Here lies the subtle irony. What he wrote about the constructive role of the whites contradicts with the statement. An apt irony is seen in the fact that Kurtz himself falls prey to the forces of primitivism in place of taming the brutes. He starts presiding over their midnight rituals that always end with unspeakable rites. He forgets the demarcation line of a civilized man and a savage. He even starts seeking to be appeased with human sacrifice once he gains full control over the natives. The dried human heads that mounted on the stakes under his window confirms his descent into the world of darkness. This conversion of Kurtz from a civilized and enlightened man into a superstitious and brutal individual clearly expresses the irony of his being part of the white men's civilizing mission. We see another pungent irony in Marlowe's ultimate reactions to Kurtz. Depending on the ample information he received about Kurtz, Marlowe initially forms an attitude of disdain towards Kurtz. But afterwards, he begins cherishing this cruel man and develops a strong feeling of friendship and kinship with Kurtz. Thus, another civilized man, Marlowe, also indirectly falls prey to the influences of savagery. There is irony in the deep love and reverence of Kurtz's fiancée for him. She is puffed with pride that her lover is in the great mission to civilize the savages. When she knows about Kurtz's demise, she goes into paroxysms of grief. Marlowe meets her after 1 year of Kurtz's death, and still finds her mourning and speaking of Kurtz in glowing terms. But the irony is that the man she loves and still eulogizes actually became a devil in the process of civilizing the savages. She behaves as if she knew every little thing about Kurtz. But actually she knows nothing about Kurtz. Rather, it is Marlowe who knows more about Kurtz than his fiancée does. More ironically, we meet an African woman who happens to be Kurtz's mistress, his bed partner, mocking the true love of Kurtz's fiancée. The irony becomes sharper when Marlowe says that his last word was her name, which is a white lie. The last words of Kurtz were horror, horror. The adoration of Kurtz by the Russian too is very ironical. For the Russian, Kurtz is a hero of great worth. He says that Kurtz has enlarged his mind and can teach to see the essence of the things in a different way. The Russian opines that Kurtz possesses a hidden wisdom which enlightens him. It is so ironical that a man who is by all means a devil can illuminate the Russian, whom once Kurtz even wanted to shoot to death. Finally, the overall and core irony in the novel gets clear when we fathom the facade of the white men's civilizing mission. The sights of wretchedness and misery of the natives clearly show the extreme negligence of the whites towards the natives. Marlowe sees a lot of blacks, some are naked, some are chained, some are starved and diseased. The chained are criminals who have violated the rules set by the whites and they will soon face death penalty. This is an irony to the white men's so-called mission to civilize the natives. Finished. Please subscribe to the channel for more updates of ready-made notes on English literature.